Hey everybody, welcome to Visual Communications Media. My name is Adam Rozeski. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you. Hope everybody's having a great week and hope everybody's having a good day. Glad we're getting through this first week, so that's awesome, and we got a lot of good things going on. So just want to give everybody a heads up and everything going on. You do have your discussion post due by tomorrow night, so keep that in mind. And also your live lectures and your written assignments. Do keep in mind, I did change how the ways are set up, especially with meetings and teams. Please take a look at the announcements. Please take a look at those top two folders. They should have your lecture recordings and your lecture examples up there as well. They should be ready for you. So that way you don't have to bounce through Teams. Makes it a little bit easier. But figured I'd give you the last part of your assignment and everything for this week and how it's focused on, which is lines. And how lines are used and their usage behind it. Lines are very important, and lines add so much more to everything. And most people think it's just a line and it just directs flow of movement, but it does so many more things that help it. And it's one of the basic forms of communication, especially for visuals. Now, as previously stated, it does direct the flow of content. It moves in the direction so it can show everything. Another thing it does is it divides space, and you can emphasize specific areas for people to really highlight and see where you want them to direct them in more ways than one. Each type of line represents a different kind of mood or sense, and by using specific lines, you can gather different sensory responses from them. For example, straight lines give the sense of impression, strictness, and rigidity. They are meant for consistency all the time. That's why we see them a lot in government facilities and places that they want to show tradition and consistency a lot of times. It shows trust that way, but there's other ways to show trust as well, much like how curved lines work. Curved lines show playfulness and grace, and these tend to be a little bit more flexible. They show trust as well. People love curved lines, but they do it because they're relaxed and more a sense of ease rather than straight lines where everything has a specific spot, everything needs to go where it is, you know where everything's happening. But with curved lines, you can be flexible, you can change, there's no strictness to it, and that's a different style of trust when you're looking for something that's a little bit more fun and entertaining a lot of times. Now, diagonal lines are a little bit different. They are pleasant and stimulating to the eye, especially when they're used appropriately. They help direct the viewer's eyes and to different specific areas. They're used a lot to showcase emphasis. Now, be careful when you're using a lot of diagonal lines, much like this image right here. Using too many can cause confusion and tension, and that can be a little bit stressful on the eye. If you stare closely to a bunch of diagonal lines stuck together, or close together, it can hurt the eye a little bit, and not like really giving pain, but kind of stresses it out trying to focus on one line at a time. Now, these are always used to promote exciting events and to show confidence a lot of times. Now, another group of lines that show confidence are thick, dark lines. They're meant for boldness, they're used for strength and development. They're also meant for groups to appear very successful. So we see these a lot on like sporting events or like concerts a lot of times. Or we tend to see a lot of thick, dark lines in politics. We tend to see that as well. That's another big thing. Now, thin, light lines, they're meant for delicacy and gentleness. They're meant to be organized, much like regular lines, but traditional lines. However, these are meant for beauty. They're not supposed to be overbearing, and they're meant to showcase and follow along to show grace and without intimidation. That's really the biggest thing. And then the last thing are group lines. These are like data tables. They're meant to show exploration and also to show data easily. Companies use these to prove facts and logic a lot of times, especially when they're trying to highlight specific numbers and results. But these are 6 examples. There's a whole bunch of different other lines like dotted lines, dashed lines, parallel lines, perpendicular lines. There's so many different ways you can do things with lines. And there's a lot of different examples that help out with that. And within your assignment this weekend, please double check and make sure and analyze images that use lines, all right, that really focus them. Don't try to just put the line image there. If you just put the line image there, then it's just like, hey, look, it's just one straight line. That doesn't really help out. Try to use examples that use lines and detailed images and how lines are very prevalent in them. Don't just put the one line there. That's not going to work for you. So please make sure you do that. Other than that, I'm excited to see what you bring me. So do keep in mind, you do have your discussion posts due tomorrow night, your live lectures, written assignments on Sunday night. I'm going to reply to some discussion posts tomorrow. I'll also go through the introduction post as well, so reply back to that. Other than that, I'm really excited to have you all here. So be safe, have fun, enjoy. Hope everybody has a great week. Enjoy the weekend. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, I'll see everybody for lecture. Keep in mind, lecture will be on Monday. I'll post a lecture link on Sunday during the day. And that's all I got. So be safe, have fun, enjoy. Hope the weekend goes well. If you need me, holler. Other than that, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.